Pushing buttons. I'm pushing the wrong buttons. Push this button. There we go. Afternoon. Once again, a sneaky vlog. Yeah, vlog thrown in just before the end of my working day. Yes, I do some work. Don't ask me to prove it. So that way not many people turn up and nobody's going to ask me awkward questions like what's my favourite tank or what juice would I recommend at 1.8 ohm with 0.35 wire. Those kind of questions. Anyway, good afternoon, good morning, good evening and all that jazz. Face Meat says prove it. What a name. Can you just see somebody sitting down in front of YouTube thinking, I've got to create a username. What will it be? Face Meat. Awesome. We're joking. Good afternoon. Yeah, hello to everybody that's there in chat just now. Thank you very much for popping along. This should be a quick one because I don't actually have much to show you. I really don't. I could make stuff up as we go along, but we'll see what happens. But I'll just want to say here publicly just now, I love my German friends. I love going to Germany. Best vape event in the world. Best time ever. And then there's Rennie. Just, I don't judge all Germans by Rennie. He's just an exception to the rule. I'm just saying that, okay? Just getting that out there. See, they're all at it already. God, no. Right, we're just going to say hello. What can I tell you? I have a coffee. I'll tell you what I'm vaping on just now. We'll start with that. That'll be the nice and easy one to get this going. Just now, I'm vaping on the Pilot from Amber and Sturm Mods, and I've actually got it in my little Delro here just now. Actually, I can do the. Actually, before I open it up, I'll have a look, make sure. Oh no, we're not covered in juice. It's actually quite clean. It's actually quite clean. I'm. There we go. There's my little Pilot RBA in my Delro and in a snail tank, and I'm actually and a Turnwood FX drip tip on top as well. I did an unboxing for this is a plug. I'm just going to get this out there just now. This is a plug. Everything that comes in new for review, I do an unboxing for my patrons. Anyway, yeah, so I did an unboxing for it and we set it up, and a couple of, well, I only really had one little thing that I was a bit meh about, but the way it's been vaping has been great. This is it fully open just now. There are no air pins on the Pilot RBA. There's no air pins at all. Basically, you got your air comes from underneath the coil, and there's a screw goes through the side of the air hole, and you just turn the screw and it changes the size of the air hole. But the maximum diameter, I think, is about 2.6 millimeters, if I remember right. And that's a nice loose, well, for me, I find it to be a loose restricted direct lung, fully open. It's 2.5, but it feels a little bit bigger on the draw. So yeah, that's actually, I think that's, you get it through the Facebook group, and correct me, somebody will remind me if I'm wrong here. I'm pretty sure it's about 80 euros, 86 euros. And it comes, check this out. Just, this is what it came in. It comes in the, I know this is, you know, it's called the Pilot, and obviously, because it's called the Pilot, because we had, where are we? Where's the other one? We had the Avatar, and the Aviator, and now the Pilot. Well, obviously this is the Pilot container. Anyway, you get what I mean. But yeah, it came in this, which is kind of funky. But right. And you can close it down to a mouth to lung. You will get a nice mouth to lung from it. Oh yes, you shall. Put all that back there. Have you had a tan? No, it's literally it's the wood. It's the wood. That's that. Hang on, if I put this light on, will it take some of the? See, there we go. There's my natural colour, natural-ish colour. I've just not washed for a few days. That's all. Oh, see, now that's really bright, and I look like I've been smoking drugs. I wish. Right, pop that back up there. So that's what I've been vaping away with, and the Pilot, I should have a review recorded for it by the end of this week. All going well, all going well. So I'll pop that to one side. That's what I meant to show you. Here's another thing. Duplicate. If I go into Alden, I have for those of you that, some of you will have heard me talking about this already. Where's it gone? If you remember this is from Alden Mods. This is this is a mod that I commissioned them to have made. Love it dearly. Well, some of my recent videos, there's been some comments on my build tab and the state of it. So I decided to I saw that Alden had made a build tab for somebody else about 2 weeks ago. So I decided to get one. It's going to be the same style as this, but different wood, different inlays, and so on and so forth. But I'll show you anyway. So this is it. It's a DNA 75C, if I remember right, or it will be, because that's the board that I'm sending. That's a 30mm 510, because that's what I'm sending. But the wood and the inlays will be different. But for a build tab, I've always wanted a fancy build tab for my reviews, because, you know, no disrespect to the build tabs that I've had or used over the years, but you know, when you're using a really posh ATI and you're setting it up and whatnot, and I'm just a snob, basically. So I wanted something posh to put my gear on. Don't hate me for that, please. So once again, that's from Alden Mods, and that will be here. Well, it'll probably take about a week, week and a half. To give it another week, it'll be about probably about 3 weeks by the time I get it. All going well. Right. I did see somebody asked Shane. Shane. Yeah, Shane. Is this what you were on about, my friend? Let's get this. The Eden RBA. I think I've spoken about it before in Patreon. I know they've got I'm sure they just had a dock up yesterday again, because there was a couple of folk that, they usually put a list up and people don't pay and things like that. So I think they had another bout of names for it. But yeah, Eden, it's kind of got like the Hussar, see-through tank section going on at the top. It does look kind of funky. It looks kind of nice. But yeah, I don't. It looks good. If you get one, let me know how you get on with it. Free the mind. Free your mind. Yes, it does. It's got the same. You can see your build through it, or you can see your build through it until you use it, and then it just gets splattered in juice and you can't see a thing. Don't blame us for wanting a posh tab. I'm not denying I'm a snob. Your favourite RBA? I'm not saying. I'll never tell. I will never tell. It could be one of many. It could be one of many RBAs. Anyway, what else can I show you that's... Oh, I'll show you this. I'll mention this as well. Now, Turnwood FX. Scott Bonner. The OG of vape reviewing in my book and many other people's. He I showed you these. Remember he's doing O-rings, drip tips. Well, beautiful little inlaid drip tips and whatnot. Well, the only thing that short and sweet version is he's going to be doing dual O-ring versions, which is yes, I'm very happy about that, because it's the only thing. In my old school tanks, this would sit in and it would stay tight, no problem. But for whatever reason, a lot of the more modern RTAs, if you put it in, you could push it from the side and it would just pop out. But he's just put a post up 20 hours ago, yesterday. Hang on. Hit the button. There we go. Yeah, he's going... Oh, that's not the best picture. Well, it is a good picture, but you can't see it. It's dual O-ringed at the bottom there. Really, really pretty drip tips. And I think, if I remember right, if I read this properly, he's actually changed the bore on them as well. The new width, yeah, the width of the drip tip itself is now under 10mm. What was the bore in this one? Not the bore, but the width. I'm now going to pretend that I can actually see what I'm looking at here. Yeah, these ones were 12, so the new ones will be more suited to people that like mouth to lung type thing. So there we go. But yes, yeah, I miss iGetcha's reviews as well. He was the man. He was the man. Cloud shot, what was it? Viewer requested cloud shot. It's always brilliant. Promote the KO. Yeah. There's Peter Corvers. Oh, Mr. PC Coils themselves. How you doing, buddy? Who's your favourite Beatle? George. Are you going to review the Giro? The Giro. That's the new one he's got coming, isn't it? Emporium. Because there's Emporium. Is it this? Well, that's a shitty photo. He's taking a bloody photo. I can't show you that. That's the Giro. That's the. Is it this? I'm sure this is it. Emporium Mods, new one. It's very different to these. I do like the fact that he's got his logo on it like that. That's quite smart. I do like that because obviously there's the Giro. That's the Giro, and the sequel. No, that was the wrong way around. That's the Giro, and that's the sequel. Sorry, I don't get out much. But yeah, Emporium Mods, they've got something new coming. Is it Giro's Geppetto? See, I've shown you the Emporium one. That means I've got to show you the Geppetto one. I didn't actually realise that's what it was called. It's not one I'll be getting. It's not in. Yeah, how can I put this politely? It's. There was a photo with a whole pile of them side by side. Where's it gone? I've lost it. Can't find them now. I can. You can do this. All you have to do is just click on one image. There we go. That's what I was looking for. This. Yeah. I think they're beautiful. There's only one little thing that kind of bugs me about them is that when I know Mark Scoob was raised this as well. When you've got a tank inside there, there's a little gap at the top where you can actually see the top of your borrow tank, which I don't like. I'm not a fan of that, I must admit. Only high-end reviewers go, I'm definitely not high-end, because I don't believe in high-end. I don't think high-end is an expression that should be used. It's usually used by people that are trying to justify what they've spent. But anyway, there we go. Is it worth it? If it's within your budget and you fancy one, then it's worth it. Nobody can tell you what. Yeah. I might as well show you some other stuff while we're bumping along here. There's something else I saw. I'm saying unfortunately, but I feel I've got to say this because everything new that's coming along just seems to be borrow mods and tanks and things. And I saw this and oh God, I really like this. It's at Parovar. Parovar, I think, is the company or the group. It's a borrow mod, but this is this one caught my. This is Micarta, and I really like the look of this because it's almost like military. I think the firing bar's on the front here. I think he's got the firing bar on the front, but I just like and I think is that Micarta as well, or is it Delrin? I'm not sure. The orange. But it's kind of funky. He's done. There's a whole pile of plain ones, just Delrin ones, and so on and so forth. But I do like that Micarta one. I think it was about $500. Could be wrong in that. But then I got $500 plus shipping, plus import fees, which will probably be about 20%. Which kind of Yes. Say no more. Are you getting the KBR X? I totally up front. I paid for my KBR. I paid for it. I got a deal on it because I was going to be reviewing it. Totally up front. I really liked it. I said that in the review. I really liked it. I loved the size of it and everything. I just kind of felt that there was just some bits that were just, yeah, let it down for me. So I haven't seen their new one. I haven't seen it. So pass. I don't know. I really don't know. It's the Pico Love Child. Face meet legend, the little big guys, women, he'll meet. That looks very cheaty. One got a face meet. Okay. Right, is there anything else that I can show you that. Oh, I'll tell you what I can show you. One that I missed. I meant to show. And once again, this is another borrow mod. And those of you that follow the game and all that jazz, you would have seen this already, but the Apex project, it's yeah, it's a bit tiny. It's a Dicodes single 18650. It does look tiny. I mean, but the only thing is that, hang on, there we go, might be the exposed battery, which might put some folk off, but it's pretty neat looking. They did have their first draw. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. I don't know what I clicked. Oh, I've clicked on something that I shouldn't have clicked on. What have I done? Click back on a button quickly. Oh, there we go. It's Latier. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Yes, it's by them. Yeah, but they had their first list randomizer, and it turned out they only had 4 mods. So yeah, that was a bit of a. Last one I'll show you that I've come across, which was released today, or not released, but the information was released today, which. It's kind of cool. This is the new SVA mod. Now, the thing about the SVA was that the SVA was actually a really, really nice borrow mod. The only thing about it was that the firing button was in the wrong place. The firing button was just, it wasn't, I didn't find it comfortable. But it looks like they've moved it round to the side, which looks ideal. That looks great. And the other thing I really like about it is not that. This. I like this battery cap. You know, this is just going to slide into here. That's pretty smart. I do like that. And obviously you've got the whole carbon fibre thing going on as we had before. So yeah, SVA coming out with nice stuff. And that's about all I've got for things to show you. Just going to go and check through chat. Hi Chris! Mr. Addy, you know you're my favourite. It doesn't matter how many names you call me, I'll always love you a long time. Mr. Jones, Casual Living Man, Chick Boy is in your room. I have the beast in my shite. You only like it because it has carbon fibre. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll not lie. Any thoughts on the Steam Crave borrow mod? Now, That was on show at the Vape Expo in Birmingham, wasn't it? Showing results for steamed crab borrow. Why my Google skills really do suck. There's photos of lots of people at the stand. That's not the best of photos. I'm trying to find a decent photo of the device. That's just Now, the only photo I can find is, everything else is a render. This is the only photo that I can kind of see. No, that wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to click on this. Where did it go? No. Sorry, can't get in close to it. Because I suck at technology. The SVA is pretty awesome. I think they should implement that battery door in a lot of mods. Do you know the only thing that concerns me about it is that it's brass, but it's gold plated brass. And that sliding action across your battery, I wonder how long that gold plating is going to hold up for. That's the only thing that kind of concerns me a little about it. Craig, was it vape good, really comfy, but some moaning about the fire button. Hey, vapors, we moan about everything. We're the biggest bunch of miserable people I've ever come across. We're never happy. Apart from Paul Kingswell. Paul's always happy. He's a lovely man. He's the happiest man I know. Right. I've got it all out my system now. I can stop and I can have a little sip of coffee, and I'll have a little vape. Have you seen anything? There's a question for you. Anything new that you've seen? Oh, somebody asked me about... Sorry. It's just registered in my head now. Somebody asked, and I should have mentioned it. It's going really well. Oh, don't look at the lip gunk. Sorry. That's the extended tank for the Skyline R. Do you know the only thing that's bugging me, and I don't remember it from the other tanks, is that the whole tank section spins. I don't remember it doing that before. But for some reason it seems to be... I don't know if the tank is a bit looser on the O-rings. But it just seems to be... Yeah. But other than that, it's brilliant for side-by-side mods now. And it's from Vasily, so I mean, it's got to be awesome. It's Italian. How dare you call their meteorologists? Go, do you want to start on their wiring? Shall we really go there? No, we won't. Right, I've had some coffee. Let's have a vape as well. Dominic, your messaging skills suck, mate. Sorry, Dominic just tried to send me a picture of the Meeson AIO by Steamcrave. Right. What else have I missed that somebody said? Oh, the Delro 650. Now, here's the thing. I would love nothing more than to get a Delro 650. The thing is, I don't hand on heart know if I... What's that now? But how long have I had that? How long have I had my Delros for now? My original Delro. Um, 4 years? Is it 4 years? 3, 4 years? And it's my most used mod in my vaping, in 10 years of vaping. And I just love it to bits because it's small, compact, lipo inside, and if I'm on holiday, travelling, whatever, it's just my go-to device. It always has for a long time now. I'm not saying it's better than a lot of the other borrow mods I have. It just suits me, and yeah, I really like it. I don't know how I would feel about the 18650 one though, because I'm just that used to, when I travel, having a lipo mod. I just prefer it. So, was it 2019 I got the Delro Dom? Bloody hell. Is that all? Was that the last? Was that the last Hall of Vape? That would be the last Hall of Vape, wouldn't it? Oh. Ranger Rusty. Hey Mr. Todd, I'm going to message you again to update you on what is going on. Hopefully it doesn't get lost in the massive messages you must receive. Ranger Rusty, I haven't got a clue what you're talking about. That's how up to date I am on things that I can remember. Just, was it the winning lottery numbers by any chance? I remember I got it at the Hall of Vape, but I just couldn't. Anyway, right. There's only really one thing left to show you. It's going to get awful cloudy in here in a second. Speaking about Hall of Vape, many moons ago, was it the first or second Hall of Vape I went to? I met a barber. It's almost. I met a barber who gave me this, and it was just bonkers. Absolutely, you could stack 26650s in it, and I've kept it all this time because it was a gift from a man. And anyway, he gave me another mod as well. Which was a side-by-side, which I gave away to one of my patrons. Did you like that? That's me just dropping in the patron thing again. Yes, we do giveaways. Well, anyway, the last side-by-side mod that he did, it kind of came in aluminium, and it was okay. It was really cool. It was very, very cool. But he sent me this. So he's got an RDTA and the mod and I'll take the bumper off the bottom because it looks so much better. That's a 21700 that's in there just now, and it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. Yes, a Minoan Cosmo, the Minoan. So let's do a little bit of close up on this. I'm really sorry if there's lip gunk and juice and shit everywhere. Well, there usually is. Now this obviously you can strip this down. You can remove what do they call this? Is this usually called a transformer? This bit? I forget what they call this bit. We used to have a name for it back in the day. And you can make this just like a full mech mod, a tube mod instead. You don't have to use the transformer bit. You can also change it so the configuration is different, so that you can strip this down to bits and play about to your heart's content. There are so many add-ons for this. It's going to take me weeks to do the video. It's going to take me weeks because this thing does so many different things. It's terrible. Not terrible, but frightening. But the main thing is, and here's one I made earlier. The big difference was that it's got a pushy firing button, which I don't remember it having before, or not like this. Pushy firing, but it also does what the old one did as well. If you see, if I push this to the side, that's how it's activated. Or you can have it up like that and fire like that. It's the tank is it can be stainless steel rope, mesh. It also came with like thin little plastic tubes that did the wicking as well. There's so much going on here. I'm a bit of a chicken. I've only done a single coil in it just now. It's obviously set up for dual coil, but I'll show you this just now. This is nuts. Air coming in here, you can spin this round and you can select the size of airflow you want in. This comes off and you can put a mouth to lung insert in as well. It's just got so much going on. It's bonkers, absolutely bonkers, and I love it. Absolutely love it to bits. It's kind of it's the kind of stuff that I think we forgot about, or has been lost. Is the bonkers stuff. I hope the guy doesn't mind me describing his stuff as bonkers. It's possibly not what he's wanting me to say about it, but it's the fun stuff in vaping. That makes sense? Possibly not. Eddie, I can just see your message there just now, bud. I'll read it in a minute, mate. It's great. It's absolutely brilliant. And I can get a restricted direct lung out of it and a full-on direct lung. And yes, hours of fun. If I was to do it, I did an unboxing video for it, and I kind of it was a shit show as usual, because there was so many pieces and I didn't know what I was doing. To do this mod justice, it almost needs, the mod and the tank almost need like 3 videos just to show you everything it can do. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. I'll probably end up doing live videos because it's more fun, but we'll see what happens. I was going nuts in the stream. Yes, I was going a bit nuts. I did figure out. Yeah, I worked it out. When did you work out how to build it? See the moral support that I get from my patrons. It's just. There's a question for you. Shane's just saying we like to tinker with mod setups. I almost, when you see these days, I think people aren't as into tinkering as much as we used to be. They want it to work straight out the box, to be simple to set up, and it just goes. And I think the days where I know a lot of people that watch my videos are like been vaping for a long time. We used to like sitting in our little dark rooms for hours on end, tinkering with a build and spending out, investing hours to get it completely wrong and then start again, and that was part of the fun of it. But I personally think that that's gone, or gone for a lot of people. Even myself, I don't know if I would want to do that. I mean, I do it every day for reviews, but you know what do you think? What do you think? Anyway, I'm just about done. So if any questions, if there's anything you want to know about, then please ask now before I get tired and have to go for my Horlicks. Chapters would be a good idea. Yeah. 3 Basardos, 3 full Basardos. If you could do the lives at this time, it would be great. I normally do the Patreon lives about lunchtime or after lunchtime, because I've usually got a lull between talking shite on Zoom in the morning, and then before I record, I usually record my videos in the afternoon. It's only because I'm not recording anything today that I did this video at this time. It was started with Sudboom and then pods, and disposables really killed it. Most of us, not that many, would know, I've shifted to pods. Yeah, I get it. I still get it though, because I mean, even this. I mean, I'm going on about this. I was still able to take it out the box and set it up and get it vaping. It was pretty straight. It was pretty straightforward. But to get the most out of the mod, get the best out of it, I'm going to have to invest some time in it, and I don't mind doing that. I don't, but I don't mind tinkering with vaping, but there's not much in it. Just getting coil and wicking right. There's not much else to do. Todd, how's the extension kit for the Skyline R? I actually spoke about it. I got it out. I showed it off, and you must have gone for coffee or something. I did show it off. I don't miss building Jennies. That's what I should do. That's what I should do for a live one day. I think I spoke about this before. I am still due a live video on my Juggernaut, which was kindly sent on to me by Optimist, and I did try it once, but it just didn't work out very well. But I have a lot of confidence that I'll get it right next time. I hope. Wait, there's Zooms happening? Oh my god, the Zooms are actually in the Facebook group. They're in the Facebook group. Why are you lying? We all see it. Makes me down the old Exprimizer. The first Exprimizer was great. They were great when they first came out. No, there was multiple versions. There were like version 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it went on for ages back in the day. It was one of the first RTAs that they had loads and loads of versions of. Oh god, it came out. Nah, I'm not going to start looking. If I start looking, I'll be here all night. But yes, there we go. And one thing I will say, now that Alex McKenzie's here, I just want to say that Alex McKenzie's a very, very nice man. Did you know that he was one of the partners for Vapor Bay UK, where you can't buy this cotton from? You cannot buy this cotton from Vapor Bay UK, but you can buy it from Stealth Vape, and they kindly sent it on to me with an order I made the other day, and I've actually just tried it in that. That's what I've got going in this. I'm not saying it's any better than Cloud9, which you can get from Vapor Bay, but I'm just in the wind up now. Did you fix the bike handle mod? I didn't actually. It's she's not playing ball. She's not playing ball at all. I'm pretty sure it's the switch is under there. So when you pull the handle, that's how you activate it. I think that's going to kind of go on Pete Tong, or it might just be the excessive amount of VG that's probably soaked into this by now. But yeah, there we go. I'll probably Is it Stephen? Oh God, what's his name again? Oh, I've forgotten his name. I think is it Stephen? Yeah, I'll give him a shout and see if I can send it back to him and see if he can fix it. The KA6. No, it wasn't the KA6. I know the one you're on about. I know the one you're on about. Still sellers, what's your opinion on the new AIO from SX Mini? £30. £30 for a little dot AIO, and it looks alright. If I could fit a silo in it, I would be interested. But I don't know what the crack. I mean, I haven't had anything from SX or Yeehee or whatnot in years. Yeah, Daniel, it's no Dominic. I'm not fixing anything live. Brian in Ushi or in Shui has the Armour C4. Vapes by Inushi, and it's also in its Steam Island as well in the UK. They've got it as well. The VI class, yes, for me the same. Yep. I actually saw somebody saying that the silo wouldn't fit in it. I'm sure somebody said that they had it and the silo wouldn't fit in. I don't know how they have it already because it's on pre-order, but I'm sure I read somebody saying that. Anyway, I am going to, now that I've taken the rip out of Alex at Vapor Bay, who I love dearly, I feel that my work here is done for the day and I can go. The next review shall be for the Pilot RBA, and other than that, I've got the Minoan stuff in. I've not really got anything else. This is the part where it always happens. I always say, yeah, it's kind of dried up when there's nothing coming in for review, and then before you know it, by the end of the week, the shelf is full of gear for review again. But we'll see how it goes. Oh, Dremel, if the silent doesn't fit. Quite right. Is it a 21700? It's what a 21700? Sorry. It's what a 21700. Ben, like you moaning about £500, the amount of crap you buy. Jesus wet, man. You must be somebody's toy boy, the amount of money you spend in your vape gear. Right. Have a lovely day. Thank you as always for coming along and watching. And I shall catch you next time. Oh, you're at side by side. Side by side. Yes, 21700. Thank you very much. Bye.